Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Thursday Night Mini Healings. I'm Summer Avalon, and I am looking forward to a good night. Yes. So it looks like there's a few of you here already. Welcome, welcome. So about 10 minutes in, we will start with our first healing pulse. Actually, I think I'll change the banner on that. Usually I have that going. I'm a little rusty after a week off. Seems like I was gone a lot longer than just last Thursday, but ooh, that's not quite the right one, is it? Actually, it is. I just need to change the date on it. Remember, I said I was going to do that so that people would know they're on the right show because we've had a few people watching replays. Yes, there we go. Let's see if that works. Update. Yay, 11:03. Wonderful. So yes, November 3rd, and for those of you in the north, gosh, beautiful last few days where it was not November typical temperatures. So Dexter was running around in a t-shirt. So, and he wasn't really cold, so that's fabulous. So he's looking up now wondering what I'm talking about. But anyways, I better get the chat done and see who's here. Oh, there's Mary. Welcome, Mary. I hope you're good. I'm trying to think what is new other than just me being here. So for those of you who don't know, I was gone for 10 days hanging out with my pops, my dad. He is in his late 80s. And we, yes, we had like 10 days of total togetherness. And for someone who's used to having some alone time, it was definitely difficult. And yeah, I mean, I'm glad I did it, but it definitely was one of the hardest things I've ever done. He's got some memory things going on, and he had a TBI from 10 years ago, or excuse me, not 10, 5. And sometimes he's himself, and sometimes he is a stranger. So yes, um, so it was definitely challenging, but yeah, you know, the things we do for families. So yes, and I got Duncan laying here, and Dexter is just over here, and Rudy is in the room. So Rudy went with us in the vehicle. So which was 2.5 hours each way. And it was definitely a challenge. So let's see, 7:09. I just need to send a link to someone who yeah, I'm having a brain blank. Oh, let's see if this works. A little rusty on computer issues, so hoping that sorry about this. Be just one moment. Okay. Sorry about that. Now, back to video. Okay, so it's actually 7:11. So we're going to start with our first healing pulse. And with this, Yes, sissy, this is for November 3rd. You are definitely on the right one. So cool. I'm glad me updating the banner was helpful. So wonderful. So if anyone new is here, I'll give you a little instructions for the healing pulse. The wonderful thing about the healing pulse is it goes where you direct the energy to go. And it works wonderful for physical things, but you can also use it for emotional things or anxiety. With emotional things, you need to think about where you feel that energy of that emotion, whether it's anxiety, whether it's anger, whether it's grief. Where does that live in your body? You know, like for me, anxiety lives in the pit of my stomach most of the time if I'm anxious. So those of you who have anxiety, typically there's a very specific symptom. You know, sometimes your chest gets tight or your throat gets dry, or maybe it's your thoughts. So that's where you'll want to direct your energy to. So with the healing pulse, I want you to rub your hands together until they are warm. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the healing energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And then here's the most important part, to be open and allowing the energy to flow. Imagine with each breath in, healing goes a little deeper, a little further. With each breath out, you are inhaling, you are exhaling things that don't belong, things that you're releasing, maybe even they are not yours. So in for healing, out for release. Definitely a deeper breath is better than a shallow breath for this type of energy. So as we sit here, my printer just went off, sort of like a phantom printing. I'm curious what it's printing out. That's a little weird. So totally distracted. So sorry about that. So just breathe in that healing. Okay. So that was healing pulse number 1. Let me know how you did. Oh, there's Anne Marie. Welcome, Anne Marie. So, grab my little book. So, tonight, would you believe, this is healing show number 120. So, yeah, that's sort of cool. That's a lot of shows. All right. So I think tonight we'll just stick with the basics. So you can let me know if there are individual things that you would want to work on, and I will see if there are things that can be released that will help that. And then we'll do some group work. Oh, there's Joan. Welcome, Joan. And then we'll look for some positivity for everyone. So yeah. So Duncan's just sleeping here. So welcome, Joan. Oh, I drew a card. So here is, I'm not sure how this, so usually I pull a card and it oftentimes makes me think, oh, that'll be our theme for tonight. Well, this one doesn't exactly work for our theme for tonight, but So connect with nature. So, and this is something, if I have a client, sometimes this is the homework I give. Connect with nature. Nature has definitely a power to heal. Let me see if how many of you need this. 80%. Wow. 80% of you need to connect with nature because nature has very many healing properties. All right, so we've got our, so there's Marina and Joan and Victoria. Anne-Marie listed some things. Okay, so I'm starting to write. So Joan wants to work on being calm. Okay. Not nervous overeating. Okay. Anne-Marie wants to work on lucidity. Okay. All right. Sissy wants to work on precaution. You did spell that right, Sissy. Wonderful. So if anyone's new and wants to put a comment and you feel comfortable, feel free to do that. I pretty much go in order of who has posted their comments. If you are on Facebook, you'll see the other Facebook comments. If you're on YouTube, you'll only see YouTube comments. All right, so Mary feeling financially stuck. That's not a good feeling, especially with the holidays coming up. All right, so let's see. I haven't quite decided what list I'm going to use. I think I'm going to stick mainly with one or two. Okay, so there's one list I'm going to use. The benefits of breath work. Are any of you guys using the breath work that we practiced a few weeks ago? Okay, so we're going to focus on this one list. This is called Discordant Energy List. I don't think you're the only one, Anne-Marie. Victoria, I will add grief to the list. I'm sorry about your friend. All right, so Joan, you're first. Joan wants to work with being calm and not nervous overeating when she's not calm. Unworthiness, Joan. Let me get an age. Anyone else having any issues with freezing video? Around 16, Joan. For those of you who are new, ages are one of the hardest things to do. So typically when I say an age, it's plus or minus a year. So when I say unworthiness, that's sort of the theme of something that was happening when she was 16, but plus or minus a year. So it could have been 15, 16, 17. So I'm going to go ahead and release that. And so some of this will come to your mind and you'll know what it is. Sometimes it won't. but I always check and see if it released. And if it didn't, I let you know. And usually we try again. Okay, so Marina, should we do that you can be articulate and persuasive with management? Yeah, that's hard if they're more adversarial. Nice. And that you are articulate and persuasive, and they behave well. Okay, so I've added that. All right, Anne-Marie, you are next. Anne-Marie wants to work on lucidity. Let's see what is playing a role. And this, I'm not sure if this has come up on this list before. This has come up for in private sessions for people, and it's worded a little differently with this list, but this is called Hate of Life. Let me get an age for you, Anne-Marie. Around age 46. So sometimes this in my other tool is called No Will to Live, because life is not good. So something happened around 46, Anne-Marie, that you had a slice of hate of life at that point. So let's release the energy of that, because once you have that type of energy that you have not processed, it's easier to go back to it. And especially for a negative thing like that, it's nice if we release it so you can't. All right, so that did release, Anne-Marie. And with this, when I release things, I always work to fill the voids with healing, love, and light. All right, so Sissy wants to work on having precautions. And I'm getting, there's been some hostility that is sort of blocking you from wanting to take precautions. Let's see how long you've had this hostility, because it's not a recent thing, but you've held on to it, so there's some conflicts. Front 29. So let's release that to make it easier for you to take and make precautions in your life. And my printer is still printing something. That is so weird. I printed something big yesterday, but it finished. It's probably something I don't need. And in the end, it'll tell me I'm out of paper and out of ink. So that's how that works. All right, so Mary's financially stuck. So let's see if there's something that is contributing to that, because I do get there is. Illness. So the energy of illness. Let me see. Is this your illness? Yes. Huh. Let's get an age for this. around age 38, Mary. So let's release this. Yes, Anne Marie. So when you think about those times, see if you can let it go. Let those emotions go. Because there's a piece of it that's still with you. So, but I did release what I could. So Joan, I'm not sure. So Sissy mentioned having some difficulties, but no one else did. So I'm not sure if it's Sissy's internet or if everyone is having issues. If you're having issues too. All right, so Mary, I've released illness. Okay, Victoria wants to work on grief. So let's see what we can do to help her with that. Yeah, some type of... So I don't know. Let me ask more about this. So you'll hear me process something out loud. So I've got an event. The theme is illness. I've got an age around 38. So then I start thinking, what is it that can help Mary most? And so then I ask, is this her illness? And I do get a yes. If I were to get a no, I would ask if it was like a family or friend. And so if it's hers, then I ask, is this something physical? I get no. Is it something emotional? I get yes. And then I see, and then I generally ask, is there more that needs to be worked on? Because I did release the energy of this illness around 38, and I'm not getting anything else. Although, as with everything that we do, you need time to heal and process. And sometimes after the healing and the processing, there's another layer that comes up. But I don't always know that. And sometimes with issues, and for those of you who have had private sessions know this, sometimes there are multiple layers that come up during the same session. So you just never know. I hope that was helpful, Mary. So let's see, Victoria, grief. That's what we're working on next. Separation. Let's get an age on that. You're welcome, Mary. Victoria, I'm getting around age 39 separation. So somewhere 38, 39, 40. So let's release that. Somehow that's playing a role in adding to your grief. So I'm getting that released. All right, so Marina is meeting with management at her work, and I'm hoping she can be articulate and persuasive, and that they are respectful and behave well in return. So let's see what comes up that can help Marina. Hostility. So if there's any hostility, that would be a good one to release. So you don't bring that to the meeting. Even though this isn't related, sometimes if there's enough hostility that you have collected in your past, you have the potential of being triggered. Let me get an age for you, Marina. 14. So let's get rid of that. That will make it easier for you to be calm. So that did release. Everybody's so quiet tonight. Okay. All right, so let's do our next healing pulse. So, oops, I just lost you. Where'd everybody go? There. Sorry. All right, so if you're here for the first healing pulse, you can send it to the same place, or if you want to pick somewhere new. So with this, you're going to send energy to a certain place. So rub your hands together until they're warm. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Wow, Victoria. That's too bad, though. I hope things were better after they separated, but it sounds really hard. So some of that energy makes the grief harder. So I'm hoping that this makes the grief a little less intense because it's not compounded by what went on in your past. So imagine my hands on yours, and now you are open and allowing the energy to flow. Breathing in, breathing out. So when you breathe in, imagine the healing going a little deeper, helping you even more with each breath. I'm sorry, Sissy, there's just not much I can do. I'm not even getting, usually I get some type of message that my internet's unstable, and I haven't gotten that. So I'm not really sure if it's on my end or on your end. Okay, so Anne-Marie is saying connection is terrible. Okay, so let me try one thing, because it's definitely harder if only one of you has said the connection is bad. But that's two of you now. So let's see if just doing some adjustments here. Okay. All right, so just checking some bandwidth. Okay, we'll see if that helps. I'm going to do one thing and just see. See what it says my speed is. So it'll be just a moment. Yeah, I really like this internet. It most expensive in town. I am 5 feet from my router, and it's cable internet. So Very frustrating. Well, my download speed was 78. My upload speed is 9.5. Definitely not great. Yep, not great. So, but unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do. So, at least right now. So let's see if we can get through this show, and I'll have to make a call on tomorrow about internet issues. Okay? So again, I'm sorry. So let's do next. We will do group beliefs. So let's see how many of these. So I've got 4 negative beliefs. I don't exist. Let's see how many have this. %45. This is one that I know has come up pretty regular, so I'm glad it's finally down to 45%. Although, considering how many times I've cleared this, that still is sort of a lot, but let's see what else, because we've got 3 more. I'm shameful. Let's see how many of you have this. 65% of you have this. So we'll release those. All right, so let's see what else. I am out of control. %55 of you have this. All right, last one for the group. I can't make myself clear. Okay, so let's see. %60 have that. So let's clear that as a group. So that released. Okay, so let's do the 3rd healing pulse of the night, and then we'll do positive emotions, and then I think we're gonna have an early night just because of the internet issues. And you're so quiet, I don't know if it's affecting all of you. Hi, Donna. So we are going to do our third healing pulse, and then we'll come back and do the positive emotions. Oh, snow. I don't want to hear it. It was so nice here today. Thank you for that, Marina. Yeah, because I haven't gotten any error messages, and usually I get something when my internet isn't good, so I just don't know what to do. So, because I'm down to one browser window. And I don't have anything else using the internet. So, all right, so let's do our third healing pulse of the night. So, if you don't know where you want to send the energy, I would suggest sending it to somewhere physical, or maybe send it to your heart. So, rub your hands until they're warm. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And then you're open and allowing. Breathing the energy in, releasing out what doesn't serve you. Yes, here too, Anne Marie. It's been amazing. So just breathe in that energy. Imagine it going exactly to where it needs to go. Open and allowing. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 3. And then we are going to do positive emotions. So if you would like me to pull and find 2 positive emotions for you and instill them in you, put a 2 in the comments. Okay, so I've got Donna, Marina, Mary, Donna, you got vital, and serene. Nice. All right, Sissy, I'm adding you to the list. Those are very nice. All right, Marina, you are next. Marina, you got kind and friendly. I think that would be good. Especially for your bosses to think of you as kind and friendly as you deal with customers and tourists. Okay, Mary, you are next. So anyone else that would want their positive words we're going to instill within you, put a 2 in the comments. Mary, you got valued and worthwhile. So we'll reinforce that. Sissy, you are next. Sissy, I think I want yours. You're focused but blissful. That's sort of cool. So reinforcing that. All right, anybody else want their positive words? Just put a 2 in the comments. So here's the positive words for tonight. Serene, vital, kind, friendly, valued, worthwhile, focused, and blissful. So is anyone going to borrow some of those? I sort of like most of them. I might borrow a number of them. Very nice. So we're going to end tonight with the aura strengthening. Just writing that down. Oh, there's Anne Marie. I'll add you, Anne Marie. Oh, Anne Marie. You got satisfied and invincible. I like that invincible. And satisfied, that's good too. Wonderful. So let's reinforce those. You are welcome, Mary. Nice. All right, so with the aura strengthening, the importance of this is when your aura is strong, it helps repels negativity. And so in this day and age, unfortunately, this is rather important. So I highly suggest you get used to working with your own energy. But if you're not that confident in your own energy, feel free to pull in healing pulse energy. And so to start, just rub your hands together. And this is all about intention. So if you want to add healing pulse energy, all you need to do is think it. And that energy will add to your hands. And then start beaming out to your aura. And if you have to be around people that are particularly nasty, I suggest adding a touch of reflection, some mirror-like qualities, so that if anyone spews some negativity at you, it also gets reflected back to them. You are very welcome, Anne-Marie. Very nice for you. I'm hoping that helps. So just breathe in, just breathe out. Okay, so that was aura strengthening. Let me know how you did. And I will be here. I'm not expecting to be anywhere other than here for the next at least month, including Thanksgiving, which is a few weeks away. Maybe we'll have to do something special. There's been a few, I think, was it last Thanksgiving or the Thanksgiving before, where I did like a sort of a Reiki special. I'll have to think if we want to change things up a bit. But you guys were definitely oh so quiet tonight. But that's okay. So I hope everybody had a good week, good couple weeks since I was off last week. So I appreciate you finding me this week. So thank you, Mary. Glad you came. So on that note, well, you better get some rest, Marina. Good luck on that meeting. Keep me posted, okay? Thank you, Donna. Yes, very nice tonight. So have a good night. Bye.